like no gunshots, but they getting low, 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 low.
Hello everybody and welcome to the new Sparkly Drew video. Today on Sparkly Drew Plays we will be doing jump underscore beef. I've done another jump map before, jump underscore for starters underscore RC1 or something like that. And it's like, okay, so if you watch that video you should know how to rocket jump, and this is an easy map. I'm gonna explain how to do the things, you know? So this underscore beef, because you have cows, and the cows tell you what to do. So to rocket jump, crouch, and fire a rocket straight down at roughly the same time. So jump, crouch, so basically crouch jump, and then fire. That's how to rocket jump. You should already know that if you watched my last video. If you haven't watched my last video, you should watch my last video. To do this jump, either rocket jump backwards or sideways. It's easier to hold backwards and strafe than shoot at your feet. Now what this is telling you to do is to jump over, like that, right? But one thing I see a lot of beginners do when they're trying to do this jump and they can't quite master this flick sort of movement is they just go backwards. And it's possible, but it develops a bad habit that is hard to get rid of, and it's a lot harder to do jumps backwards later on. So what you need to learn from an early age as a little baby rocket jumper is when you jump, you flick backwards and forwards. So you start out walk forwards and then flick forwards, because due to the weird physics of TF2, when you actually flick forwards, it gives you more momentum. So if you're just rocket jumping backwards, it's not good. It's good for, it's never good, but it's easier for easy jumps. Later with more advanced jumps, it's impossible. So this is a basic wall climb, same as in the last video of the jump maps. Approach the wall, boom, boom, done. And keep in mind you have to be holding control this entire time, crouching while you're firing. This is a basic wall jump. You jump at the wall, unlike that. You jump at the wall and then jump off the wall. Make sure whenever you're jumping off walls as well, you still have to do the whole flicky thing. Flick, flick, so you know where you're going. Otherwise, it's possible to do this, but it gives you way less momentum, less control, less strafe ability, and oh yeah, also mention strafing. Strafing is when you move in the air, like this, like that. So when you strafe, you have to hold A or D, and then look in that direction, in midair. So like that, right? And you never want to hold W when you're strafing, because then you won't be able to strafe. You'll just go straight forward. You have no control over your movement. Anyways, for this jump, it's very, very simple. You don't even need to do that. You just need to go over here in the water. Doesn't matter how you get to the water here. Hold control and space. Shoot at your feet, and don't walk off the edge. Yeah, see? This is a strafe jump. So you jump up and then you strafe. Except I was trying to demonstrate strafe, like that. And you can do it the other way as well. Just jump and strafe around by holding A and slowly looking left. This is a wall climb, except you have to jump backwards. 2 or 3 rockets up, and then sort of rocket off the wall to this side. And this is what I just did before. So right strafe. And that's the first course completed. It's a beginner's course. If you can't quite master it, try it lots of times, and you'll eventually get it. Don't expect to just be able to pick up rocket jumping within like an hour of playing. It's not gonna happen. Rocket jumping is something you have to master. Now, the previous jumps you could do basically without using the wall, but you need to start using the wall for speed. So you can get speed but not height. Horizontal movement. For this one, as the cow says, you have to use the wall far behind you. So you are trying to get horizontal velocity, but not vertical velocity. Damn it. See, like that. This is... I've done all these jumps, by the way. I finished the map many times. This one, you're trying to get up there. Right? So you need to jump up, strafe right, hold W, and then do a wall climb. You can do that in 2 rockets. So you're trying to jump up, up, up. This one's very tricky because over here, right there, there's an invisible wall. And if you walk into that, you get teleported back. So you can't really use the wall super effectively here. You can do it either by going like that, except you need more speed. So this way is harder because you need to get the first jump perfectly right. And then you need a speed shot off that platform on over there. So that's hard. What I like to do with this jump is not bad. Is if you manage to get the wall but miss the invisible wall here, you can do this, which lets you have more speed when you hit that wooden thing. So when you hit this wooden thing, you're flying over it, you need to fire a rocket at your feet, so you get more speed and you can get all the way here. That one will take ages if you haven't done rocket jumping before. It's very hard. This one is the same sort of dealio with the wall. You got an invisible wall there, so you can't be touching the wall when you're doing the jump, right? So you need to jump across without touching the wall. Your rockets can touch the wall, but you can't. So this one's just about sort of using A to keep away from the wall, and then hitting it with rockets when you're close enough to get across. This is the most useful cow in the map because it tells you what cows say, and that's the most important thing you need to know. Now, this one's fairly straightforward. That's probably why the cow doesn't say anything. Is you have to, it's just precision. Jump from this platform up to that platform, up to this platform. It's gonna take a while if you haven't done a lot of rocket jumping. It's from there to there to there to here. It's just the hardest part is getting from there to there. And once you're there, you just need to fire the rocket at the right place, and you're up. This is a sync jump. This next jump, it's one of the more challenging jumps because you have to use 2 rockets in one jump. Now this takes ages to get right if you don't know how to do it. I should be able to do it first try. You look up the rocket. Boom. Okay, never mind. I can't do it first try because I messed up. You gotta fire a rocket as you're falling, and then shoot a rocket at the same time as... When the rocket lands at your feet, you shoot another rocket, so you're propelled by double the power of the rockets. I would recommend, even if you get it, practicing it a few more times, because sync jumps are, while they're not very important for matches in general, they're very fun, and if you can master them, it's amazing. So this one is a wall jump, like 3 wall jumps followed by a little bit of a strafe wall jump over there. What I see a lot of people doing is they'll, I can't do this, it's so hard, let me just do it backwards. And then that happens, and they can never do it. They're so confused, like, how the heck do I do this jump? Well, that's how. See, what I was talking about with momentum and flicking before, is when you jump, you flick, flick, flick. And if you don't do those flicks, you're not going to make it, because the extra momentum you get lets you get to this platform, and also you know where you're going. Because if you don't know where you're going, you just end up somewhere over there. So, kind of necessary to practice the whole muscle memory flicking thing for that one. 16 is, it's a trickier jump. It's the precision sort of thing again. I wish these words would go away. So, it says that you should jump and strafe around to this wall, one of these walls, and then jump along the wall into this hole over there. I'm assuming you might be able to pogo it, but I'm not sure. But the best way to do this jump is like so. Bam. First try. Just jump along the wall until you get to a certain point. One final jump and you land in the hole. You might overshoot it, might get slightly to the left or right, but you practice it, you'll get it. Moo cow. Follow the outside wall. This is probably the second trickiest jump on this map. It's the third to last jump. There's 20 jumps. And the reason it's tricky is because you have to go along 3 different walls and then shoot that button and then land in the hole that shooting the button will open. And the problem I have with this jump most of the time is that I just don't fire my rockets at the right time, so I end up missing a rocket or two and not getting enough speed to get to that button. Now, I prefer using the shotgun to hit the button, but you can shoot it with a rocket as well. See, the firing speed of a rocket is about like half a second in between. I've gotten used to the firing speed, but occasionally I click too soon and then I don't get the rocket fired, and it's annoying. Sometimes I switch to my shotgun too fast and I don't get to fire the rocket. So you want to jump, not like that. Make sure that when you're jumping up to this wall, you're not jumping off there, because you're gonna get no height. Like, no height. So you want to jump off this, off that, off this, off that, off that, excuse my incompetence. See, I switched too fast. My problem is getting that last rocket because I keep switching to my shotgun too fast. Just blame it on the lag, and the ping. The biggest challenge for this jump is getting from that wall to that wall to that wall without losing all your height. What you can do for this jump is you can actually gain a lot of height right at the beginning, but I feel like that makes you lose some of your momentum, and then it's all personal preference, but you don't have to do a wall pogo. Okay, focus mode. So close. It's definitely. You know how easy these jumps would be if you could increase the firing speed on your rocket launcher. Then you'd have like 0 problems. Literally 0 problems. Landed on the door. Didn't shoot the button in time. It just keeps not firing when I want it to fire. Why you do this? Stupid. There you are. And I'm gonna edit everything else out. Look at that, first try. Whoa. This is probably one of the most fun jumps in the entire map, in my opinion. Because I hate jumping from the left, which technically can give you more height. Because I'm not used to it, right? I'm used to jumping like this every single time. That's how I jump. This one forces you to jump from that wall to that wall to that wall, down all the way there. Which is, it's really fun, in my opinion. If you can do it right, which I can't, apparently. It's all about getting the height on the first jump and then clicking at the right time on each wall and not hitting the wooden... See, I usually get this first try. But now that I'm recording, I don't. There. See? That's how you do it. Pro skills. That wall to that wall to that, and you're just alternating walls. It's simple, if you know how to rocket jump. This one's tricky. But I can usually get all of them first 3 tries, but okay, apparently when I'm recording I suck. No. This jump is all about getting around and still keeping your momentum. So, I guess if you wanted to not have to deal with timing, you could hold down left click, but you'd have to align your rocket launcher in the right places at all times, and so pinky's starting to cramp up. It's all about the first jump. First 2 or 3 jumps. If you get enough momentum, then you can do it. However, if you do that, you can't. There. Bam. That's how you do it. In that case, it's okay to usually jump backwards because you're a wall climb. If you know where you are, you can. But you should technically, if you wanted to build the best habits, you should jump more like that. But that makes it a little bit harder, and you know. But anyways, this jump it should be, in my opinion, the same, just a version of the button jump, except easier. Except it isn't easier for some unknown reason. Now, what happens is you jump from there up this wall, and then there's a long platform all the way until the end of the jump there. And I suppose if you wanted to, technically you could do a sort of pogo over here, but I'm very bad at pogoing. I don't know if it's possible, but I feel like it should be. What the move says is you should follow the outside wall, sort of like the button one, except you don't have to shoot the button. So I think it should be an easier one than the button, but I usually have more trouble doing it. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm incompetent. Yeah. It's all about getting the right amount of momentum in the first, like, 2-3 jumps off these couple walls, and then you should be good to go by the time you're here, but it's about getting height and speed. But if you're bad, then it doesn't work that way. Damn it. Recording makes you suck. This is the moral of the story today. See, the biggest thing is getting height, and if you can't get height off these first few walls, then you're not gonna make it. These lag spikes should go away. I could rocket jump properly. Ah, damn it. This is it, boys. It's not, but... And that is jump_beef, done with the most professionalness ever done. If you have any questions about how to do things when it comes to rocket launching, please tell me down in the comments below. And if you want to subscribe or like this video, then you will get good dreams or something. Thank you. Goodbye.